morning, good afternoon, good, everything to you. It's here, Square and Magic Store full of opportunities. And today we have a very interesting session and very exclusive one too, with SpotZero. We are going to explore a very new metaverse for you guys, full of very funky things, the things that you definitely want to try out. So if you're looking forward to be a very first beta tester, please join, hop on, retweet, comment, and share the word because we share the magic all together. And today here I have Bear, a community manager of SpotZero. Hi Bear, how are you doing?
Hi, thank you so much for having us. We're so excited to be here with you today and to talk about SpotZero and just to play together. We're good. We've been very busy because today is actually the second day of our very first playtest. So obviously a very busy time for the team.
Busy but nervous or not?
I mean, it's our very first playtest, so definitely it's a vulnerable moment for everyone. But we're definitely more excited and more focused on fixing all the bugs and making sure, people can just enjoy SpotZero. Yeah.
So let's go straight forward to the questions because I have so much to ask you. Right now, we see that GameFi has different kind of directions in style, in the way how you can actually create the gameplay experience, how you onboard DeFi users, and much more. But we don't really touch much the value of immersion in GameFi and something that is related to what we really love anime, figures, characters, and much more. So, what is your take on that?
Yeah, that's a good question. So, SpotZero is obviously an anime gaming project. So, in anime and gaming culture, there's definitely a lot of investment, and that's kind of like the bridge between the gaming experience and the emotional investment you have for this world and these characters. So, we think that, especially with more and more Web3 gaming projects growing recently, it's very important to stress that immersion. And we also think, I don't know if you agree with that, but that gamify is kind of like shifting away from the first era of more like play to earn and kind of like short term gains. And we're shifting towards more experiences that prioritize quality, fun, and hopefully longevity. And we think that our values in SpotZero are kind of more aligned with this trend. So this is what immersion is for us, and we think that this new wave of Web3 gamers is not just here for the rewards, but they do want to engage, explore, and just be part of these worlds, these gaming worlds. So we hope our excitement for high quality gameplay can kind of like translate to the product we're building, and we hope that immersion is going to be something that transforms our players from maybe like more opportunistic short-term users into a long-term community.
Of course, I think we all need a new gaming experience. I mean, I'm a gamer myself. I have been playing since I was born, to be actually. Like first on the playground and then with the PlayStation and much more. And I really miss the thing when you're feeling, wow, this is a new gameplay. Wow, this is something that I really want to test out. Wow, this is something that I really want to see. So, in your own perspective, how do you think that Sport Zero is actually merging the anime storyline, gameplay mechanics, RPGs, and much more?
Yeah, so Spot Zero is an action RPG game. So you said you're a gamer, and like I think many people here they have played RPG games before. And what we like about RPGs is that they are about character development, and there's a lot of systems you can really get into to, immerse yourself in this world and build characters as you like them and really like customize them. So we kind of like took this philosophy of the RPG games and we thought, how can we expand this and how can we explore new tools where the gaming experience can become even more customizable and interactive. So of course, like we do have as a action RPG game a lot of storytelling. We have a big focus on lore and our characters, so you can interact with them in many different ways in the game. You can develop them for the combat, but you also can learn about their stories, and this is all pretty traditional RPG experience, basically. But also because we are exploring the possibilities that the blockchain technology offer, we definitely will introduce more unique elements, making these characters and this classic RPG system even more customizable. So, for example, players will be able to collect and upgrade unique characters, but also their pets. So there's going to be a lot of very cute pets in the game. They're not in the game yet, but we're working on them. They will be there in the next version. And also, just like classic RPG stuff, like earning loot and fighting, climbing leaderboards. We are hoping to implement some cooperative gameplay as well. And all of this is going to happen while players do have true ownership over their in-game assets, because we will rely on blockchain powered technologies like NFTs and revenue sharing mechanics. So this is kind of like our idea of not separating story, combat, and in-game economy, but to try and make these RPG elements shine, and as well also offering a new experience to players where they feel like they can be really, really part of this SpotZero world.
Speaking of the speaking of the players, right? Because right now I know that you are just starting showing off of your, your creation, of your development, and much more. But how else the community can contribute to your whole ecosystem? Not only just playing, providing the feedback, but what else?
So yeah, like definitely you mentioned feedback. This is kind of what's happening right now. We are running our first playtest, and by the way, we hope to give out some code to participate in the playtest today. So if you're interested, just try and snatch one. But besides the classic playtest kind of like feedback loop we have with players, we also hope to get some of our users more and more involved in our universe. So we, at the same time as the playtest, we also launched our very first loyalty program, which is something that you can access once you register on our website, and you can basically just like accumulate XP and just experience points and win different badges depending on how involved you are in the SpotZero universe. For example, in how well you're doing in the boss fight challenges during the playtest, or are you creating content about the game? So through this kind of more comprehensive system that goes beyond just the gameplay, we're trying to build a community that's really interested in the IP, because of course like SpotZero is the starting point, but we also hope to foster a creative community that's passionate about anime and gaming. So, and we hope to make that interactive as well, because now we have so many interactive tools and so many of them are not really explored within gaming yet. So we are experimenting with AI and just trying to see how that can interact with shaping our characters and shaping our lore, and see if like we can involve players even more in the creation of this world that's just starting with SpotZero.
All right, you know what? I already feeling very hungry for the gameplay, so let's see how it looks like. I really want to get into it right now, explore it, because I don't have the beta access yet, guys. I'm here showing you showing you because I want to see myself. So let's switch to the actual game if you do not mind, Bert.
Yeah, we can show a little bit of what's in the CBT build. And first of all, I just wanted to show real quick the thing I just mentioned, which is connected to the CBT, which is our badge system. So this is something you can access when you play. And if you're very good at, just beating up those bosses, your name will be showing in the leaderboard and you can earn all of these amazing badges. So this is kind of like part of the system. And then these people you see here, they're already playing, they're already beating the bosses, some of them very impressive. And now maybe we can do a little bit of an overview of what's actually in the current build of the game. So I just want to say that a little bit of background. This is our very first alpha test. So the game is in very, very early development. We plan to release the game in the second half of next year. So there's still quite a bit of road ahead of us. So everything you see in this build is not final, it's just a work in progress, and we're open to feedback. So this is your homepage that you are seeing right now. When you boot up the game, this is what you see. Maybe we can start showing the companions. So the companions are all the different characters you can choose to play in. Some of them maybe you might have seen on our Twitter. They have different skills, they have different elemental attributes. It's a very classic RPG. These are some of the weapons you can have. So you are able to upgrade the characters, you are able to upgrade the weapons, and to equip different artifacts on the characters. So for example, when you're playing and like you realize one of the characters you really like playing with, that one, you can just like level up that character more and just keep playing with that character. And for your team, you basically choose 3 different characters. Um, yeah, that's pretty much for the
But hold
character
on.
part.
Wait. Can you just come back to the characters? Because I want to see them a little bit closer. I
Yes.
know from the development perspective, the character development part perspective, the style and everything what comes to that. It's just not like, going to ChatGPT, guys, and write, create me a character looking like that from Pinterest. No, there is much more to be involved. So what is the story behind it? How many art concept artists do you actually have on a team? How much time it took you to create such a nice looking design?
Yeah, I'm so happy you asked that, because I think one of the proudest, like elements about the SpotZero team is that our art team is really, really good and really, really qualified. In fact, the lead artist we have here, his name is Grandia. Maybe I can share his Twitter account. He's very big on Twitter. He's very big on like social media in general. He has a lot of followers, and he's the lead artist for the team and also one of the co-founders of the company, which I think tells a lot about how seriously we take the art style of our game. But basically, all the characters you see here, they are inspired by different animals, and that's for their design, but also for the way they move and they fight. So we will see them in action in a little bit, and you can let me know if you can tell which animals they are inspired from.
But it's
So
not only
these are the
animals, right?
characters.
It's also the spirits because I saw like you have the foxy one, the character. It's actually inspired
Yes.
by Chinese culture.
Yeah, exactly. There's definitely a lot of different inspirations from around the world. We also have more characters coming. So this is just a little bit of the characters that we have so far. In the future versions of the game, there's going to be way more characters that players can try. They look and feel very different from each other also.
All right. I
And
also
then,
want to check
yeah,
out the weapons.
mm,
Okay. Let me see
yeah,
the
we
weapons
can show a
because
little bit of
yeah.
the weapons.
So it looks like it works the same way as a general RGB style works like, right? So I have the weapon, I have something to wear, I have something to hold, I have something to put in my hand. Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly. Of course, some weapons match better with some characters, and depending on your playstyle, you can choose different weapons and different artifacts. The fact that you can level up the weapons also says that you can basically just choose your weapon and just stick with the one. But yeah, just like classic RPG or maybe like classic gacha games, you can check all the different stats for the weapons. This one's very cute. And then just pick
Are
one
they
for your
going to
team.
be tradable in the future? Are they going to be on-chain assets or it's kind of confidential information yet?
So this part has not been set in stone yet, but I think we are mostly looking at the cosmetics for the on-chain part. So we want to have like special skins and special pets in that direction. But we will have more details about that maybe in the next closed beta test, so everybody can just be more informed because now we're still like very early in development.
Yeah, but you can always take a look in the future, right? Why
Yeah.
not? Why not? Let's see. What else you have there funny to see?
Then yeah, maybe we can just like show the gacha system very quickly. This is also very early in
Oh my
development,
god,
so
look,
for
this is so
everybody,
beautiful. I love it.
yeah, this is very cute. This is where you get all the good stuff. So like other gacha games, you just like pool for different weapons. You can get 5 star, 4 star, 3 star, 1 star if you're not very lucky. And in order to pool for better weapons, you have to farm some materials. So this is also kind of like work in progress, obviously, but very important part of the game. And then maybe we can show a little bit of the story mode, which is our different levels. So when you want to start playing the game, this is where you go. And you see, for now, we only have 6 levels. You can do 6 levels in normal mode. And if you complete them, you can try hard mode. So that's the map for the CBT. This universe, this part of the map is called the Celestial Sea. And then you just go in, you choose 3 characters you want to play with. So your team is going to have 3 characters. Um, and then you start. This is what happens when you start the first level. This is our map, and this is the Celestial Sea. It's lagging a little bit, but I think it's more the connection than the game,
Yeah, yeah,
hopefully.
of course. It should be the connection. Definitely, it's not the game.
Okay. Yeah, this is like a little bit of story that we're gonna skip now. You can skip if you're not interested. If you're interested, you can read it. And then you kind of just like that's a tutorial. Yeah. So for mouse and keyboard or for controller, we're
I
now
really
playing
like
on
that you
PC.
have implemented the controller because me
Yeah,
myself as a gamer, I hate keyboards. Like I have different kinds
same,
of controllers from Xbox
same.
and Station,
I'm
any
so
kind of
bad with mouse and keyboard. Mm.
unless it's
But yeah,
professional.
it's supported as well, the controller. And you can see now like it's just a little bit of going around the map and like practicing against these smaller enemies. There's different combos you can do. There's basically those buttons you see on the bottom right corner. Those are the different attacks every character has. So of course there's a basic attack, there's a heavy attack, there's a skill, and then by using this attack you can charge your ultimate skill, which is very powerful and has a very cool animation. And also you can swap between your characters at any time, like we just did right now. You can just change and just pick the one that maybe has more HP left or that you want to use for that specific fight. So this
I
is
really like the
the
fact that
character that
it's giving me it's giving me the vibe that I'm actually not in blockchain right now. I'm just playing the game from Steam, but understanding what kind of potential and on-chain future it has, it's immersive to me.
I think we try to not only look at Web3 games, but just think about what makes a game a good game. So, of course, there's a lot of inspiration and our team's background also from different companies in the gacha space. So, we don't just want to be a Web3 game, we want to be a game that's just kind of fun and cool in general, and people can approach and just play. Um, because maybe they're interested in like anime characters or maybe they're interested in action combat. So I'm glad you said that. We hope this can be an experience shared for many. We're just now progressing with the story a little bit. Um, and then that's basically the introductory chapter. So this is the beginning of the story. There's more chapters. You will get to meet different characters along the way. If you play hard mode, the enemies become way harder. And maybe now we can show some of the boss fights because, oh yeah, like right now
This is
you
the
can
most
see that
important, of course, of course. This is like the most
in,
important part because sometimes you open YouTube to watch how to beat the boss. If you play it too
yeah,
much and you spend it too much, gameplay time. So yeah, would love to see the both. Let's
Yeah,
see.
definitely. I think our boss fights are very challenging. So a lot of people who are, just playing in the CBT today and like yesterday, they are looking for those tips and tricks because it's really challenging, especially if you try hard mode and expert mode. So these are the bosses. We have three bosses total, but so far in the playtest, only two bosses are unlocked. The third one is in the story mode. So basically, you can choose which boss to challenge, and then you can choose normal, hard, or expert. Expert is really difficult. You need to level up your characters, you need to nail down your strategy. I cannot even beat expert mode, honestly. Um, but some people manage to do it in like 1 minute somehow, so that's good for them. Amazing. We are like very inspired. That's the people on our leaderboard, by the way. The leaderboard we showed just now is for expert mode. So if you participate in the playtest, if you play the game, this is the leaderboard. Right now, I think what's the fastest one? 34 second. That's I don't even know how. But yeah, so that's the leaderboard. And if you are that good and you rank up in the leaderboard, you can get more XPs in our loyalty program. So we hope to like just interconnect the gameplay like that. And then maybe now we can show a boss because everyone's wondering. Of course, you choose your team, you choose your characters, um, choosing your weapons, which ones go the best. And then you can level up your characters as well. We're now going to level 40 because we have a lot of materials. Normally, when you start, you don't have that many materials. You have to farm them and play and earn them um, through, gameplay. So once we feel confident, all our characters are level 40 plus, then we can try to show this boss. I don't know if you play action games, very focused on combat, but this one's definitely gonna feel familiar for a lot of action RPG players, I think.
But are you
Now
are
we're
you a player yourself? Are you a fan of such style of gameplay?
I am, yes, actually. I play some anime action RPG, so very similar to SpotZero. I play Wuthering Waves, and then I also play other types of action RPGs. So maybe if you're familiar with like Souls-like games, like Elden Ring, it's definitely a little bit different, but some
Oh my
mechanics
god,
and
Elden Ring. Elden
yeah.
Ring. Touch that part.
I'm not saying SpotZero is like Elden Ring. I'm saying
No, no, no. I
the
saw that
combat
you
is very
mentioned that to
action
me.
focused. It's definitely easier. Elden Ring is so hard.
But it's a lot of fun too, and there's a lot of way you can
Yes.
experiment actually with the open world. Oh
Yes.
wow. Look
Okay,
at
so
the
that's the
track,
beginning.
which is not.
So this guy is gonna slap you in the face, and then the bosses do a lot of damage. So you have to kind of and try to dodge. So when you dodge, you can do something that's called a perfect dodge, which is what just happened right now. So basically, when you do a perfect dodge, the time slows down a little bit, and you get to do so many more attacks and just do so much more damage than you would do normally. So one of the focuses of the game is definitely in the player's ability to dodge, because you can just go and like mash buttons, like you're gonna die for sure. Like we just got hit right now. But if you do manage to do these perfect dodges, then you get to do so much more damage and just, do better in the fight overall. So all the characters have different skills. You can see this one right now. She's more of a wizard slash mage type of character. She does this AoE type of damage, so she can be a little bit further away. This character, her name is Kagari. She's a sword user. So she needs to be up close to do the most damage. And she has this very cool swinging type of attacks. Her element is ice, so she can also freeze down the enemy for a little bit once she uses her skill. This is a different character. She's also an ice character. She also uses a sword, but her playstyle is a little bit different. She has really cool design, maybe my favorite design, I think. But yeah, you see now the boss was frozen a little bit because she has this ice damage. This attack is so hard to dodge. Okay, but we did it. That was a perfect dodge. The boss just stopped a little bit. And then basically what happens is that if you're good with the combos and stuff, you keep charging this energy that's called energy 2. And when your energy 2 is full, you can use your ultimate attack, which has a really beautiful animation. I'm gonna let you know, guys, when that happens. And that attack does a lot of damage. So you want to work towards that, definitely. And yeah, like different attack patterns, just very hard to dodge. Honestly, there's a lot happening all the time. But yeah, like this was a combo. This is the ultimate attack from Kagari. Also, you see, just did a lot of damage right now. And it's very important. This is another ultimate attack from Lunetis. It's very important that you strategize during combat because you can't just like go and like mash buttons. You're just literally gonna die if you do that. But yeah,
I
you
really
can see how we're taking like
like
3 minutes to beat this. I don't know how some people can do it in 40 seconds.
well, they probably played Elden Ring much longer than we do. Like
I
you guys.
agree, yes. I think
You
it's just
have a
a lot
special
of,
combo.
combos. They do the combos very well. I don't.
Yeah, and you also need to increase your character level as well to hit that
Yeah, for
power.
sure.
But I
That's for
like how
sure,
the
yeah.
camera moves sometimes to the character, so you can feel that emotion when you know the right hit comes or the explosion and animation during big
Mm-hmm.
moves. Like the yeah, this is what I mean. Just like that. I really like
Mm-hmm.
these parts. They give you this, very into deep feeling of that you are actually in gameplay, you're enjoying the game, and that kind of emotion we are looking forward to seeing game five, which very
Mm-hmm.
rarely happens.
Yeah, I think this is quite, addictive as well. Because if you ever try to play this and then maybe you die, like we just did right now, you definitely want to try again. Because you feel like there's a learning curve and you want to keep trying. And, like maybe we can do a little bit of the second boss and let's see when we die. This is the second boss. And also, like these bosses, they have a connection to the story. So when you play the story mode, you kind of get to learn about the bosses a little bit. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but that's part of it. Yeah, and I think that's yeah, we're leveling up other characters now. That's basically what's in the build right now. So there's a little bit of story, a little bit of boss fight, the leaderboards for the boss fight. Um, we can just try very quickly the second one with different characters. This is a fire elemental character. Every character has different weapon and different play style. Some of them you need to be closer, some of them combine with others. Like you can see his attacks are more fire based. And he's more of a heavy weapon type of his weapon is a chainsaw. So he's a little bit slower compared to Kagari, but his attacks are more powerful. So in Elden Ring, he would be like a great sword type of character, basically. Yeah, this boss also has different attack patterns, so you kind of have to learn each boss's attacks and learn how to dodge different jumping, slashing, charging. This is the ultimate attack just now. And then there was a phase. This is the second phase of the boss because we basically just who is summoning some ads, some additional enemies.
I'm
You can
sorry,
choose to
guys. We
ignore
have
them.
some spoilers for this
Yeah.
we're going to play. I'm so sorry if you're watching it live or in a record. We didn't mean to, but you have to join the game, so you know what to expect, and you must try it out because to me it looks like really immersive. And I like this boss fight.
Yeah. Please try it and just let us know what you think. If you can beat the bosses, I don't think watching the video is enough. I think you have to try like a few times to really understand. Oh, okay. That was easy. We just
Oh,
won.
that was really quick. Oh
1 minute and a half. That's
I
pretty good
think
timing.
I think this is more than enough for spoilers for everyone to see and to know what the game looks like. So how to join the actual game? Head over to Magic Square profile. Check the description to our session. We have the link to the Magic Store. So if you participate on Magic Store in today's session, submit the participation, your email, and that is it. Here you go. You are part of the beta test. Ready to explore, ready to learn new things, and you know what? Be the first who touches that, and also be a content creator, because I know we have a community who likes to create the content, and this is the perfect source for you to create a new exclusive content that of the game that no one played yet, but you will play.
Yeah, I think the community is very much looking forward for any type of guides, just tips and tricks. So if anyone gets selected for the playtest and they want to contribute like that, that would be amazing. I think many people will watch that.
Same here. All right, we are wrapping up the session with a lot of things to be shown, with a lot of spoilers as well. But I have very last question for you guys, Bert. So, how do you see yourself, let's say, in the next 3 months? Because I already know that you are building this is the very fast speed. So, what comes next?
Yeah, so actually, in the next few months, obviously, we're gonna first of all wrap up this playtest and just collect all the feedback we can from all the users who helped us playing. So that's our first thing. After that, we're going to launch our mini game on Telegram, which is something that everybody can play. There's no need to have codes for that. Everybody can just hop on Telegram and play a little bit. It's going to be a casual game, so different gameplay. And that's just, to introduce more of the universe on Telegram as well. And then we're going to focus on just keep building our tools in our community. So we have these chatbots you can use to chat with our characters. We hope to improve that as well. And we will slowly gear up for the second big playtest. So I hope that, if anyone's interested in joining the SpotZero community, they can just join our Discord, follow our Twitter, register for the loyalty program, and then just be part of the community and play in the next playtest as well.
Oh, yes, please do. And also, you can explore the project of Magic Store as well. If you want to leave a suggestion, if you want to leave a feedback, feel free to. Bear, thank you so much. I'm looking forward to try the game right now. So I have to finish the session. Go take my desktop, which I used to play, gaming setup because I have additional one, and get into the action right now because this looks legit and this looks so much interesting, tasty, and fantastic looking to me.
Yes, please just join the playtest. We will be looking forward to having you and see how well you can do against the bosses.
All
Thank you
right.
so much for
See
having
you,
us
everyone
today.
on the field. Enjoy the game. Make sure you testing out some magic too. Thank you all. Goodbye.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.